Welcome to Numb Bills Fan. We have Tim Avery, the writer, on the right. You've seen him on numbbillsfan.com with killer articles. You might have seen him at Bug Jar. You might have seen him around doing stuff locally in Rochester, contributing to the community. New dad, Tim Avery. And I'm David Palermo, the guy who's been talking shit here for a long time. I don't know how many years. Probably 10. Season ticket victim for 9 years during the drought.
Victimized.
Really bought into being a homer with the Bills. Bought everything the media said. Now I'm kind of like, no, lie to me better. I'm sick of it. So right off the bat, we're going to have a bunch of topics. Our first topic for our training camp primer, I think for me, I put my head in the sand with the Bills this offseason. Follow the draft. Love listening to the draft picks after their pick, frankly, because I'm listening to a bunch of first-round draft pick stuff when you listen to regular talk. I can't keep up on thousands of players. I don't know if they're good at what they do. I'm David Drywall guy, okay? So topic number one, I wanted to bring up Josh Allen. MVP Josh Allen. I'm going to make the case for Tim and others. Again, my head's been up my ass. So Tim is here to help the other fans with their head up their ass, possibly discern what's been happening, and in a month I'll sound like an expert. So Josh Allen MVP. I love Josh Allen MVP because when your eyes stare at me, it just makes me feel hot. Sorry.
My eyes weren't hot before Josh Allen was the MVP, to be honest. It took Josh Allen becoming the MVP for my eyes to get hot.
Let's cut to it. It's not that I hate Brandon Beane. You got the quarterback, can you surround him? And the team tends to make stands of, oh, we're going to sign I Beat Women Von Miller for a really high contract after he already had accusations. And the team cut the punter because he had some pretty bad accusations, allegedly, if you read the transcripts. Not good. But you don't cut Von Miller, but then when midseason we need a trade and the fans go, oh, wait, we can't afford that receiver. Oh, we can't overpay James Cook, which is our next topic is James Cook after this segment. So with Josh Allen, he might not have the yards. He might not have – he's under 4,000 yards passing, which is wild. But if you're looking at the team, the Bills' salary cap, I think the Bills had to trade back out of Xavier Worthy, who allegedly did more than run straight lines in college. So when the Bills pass on him, get Keon Coleman, where reports a year later come out, oh, he's going to the candy jar during interviews. And then, by the way, he gets injured, and the coach is talking about his work ethic in pressers. Like, he needs to, work harder through injuries, which, he's a wrestler, Coach McDermott, so no one's going to be – I like that about him.
Coleman's young, too.
Right.
I'm going to cut him a little slack on that.
I'm going to cut him slack, but I'm not going to cut the GM slack because we have a Super Bowl window with Josh Allen, who, by the way, has enough money in the bank to walk away from football for the rest of his fucking life. So when I look at our guy, Brandon Beane, surround him. So you take over the whole league on fire. You are the meta quarterback, okay? Because you don't have anybody to throw to. Your tight end in Kincaid's a slow white guy, okay? And he is going to put on weight somehow in 3-4 months? Yeah, okay. People see him at minicamp and they go, wow, he's still skinny. Yeah, no shit. So to wrap it up, my point on Allen, I'd love to spit it to you because you're going to have more details. Maybe. When I would watch Michael Jordan and you need somebody to take over the game, that's Josh Allen. He has, since he was a rookie, they ran him into the ground. And my beef with Brandon Beane is you passed on MVPs. Coach McDermott passed on Mahomes. Beane could have drafted Jackson. And the only reason I bring that up is we could have had all these premium assets to surround him. So now, Josh Allen, almost 30. These other guys have how many MVPs? How many Super Bowls? It's, at the end of the day, I'm going to be loyal to the laundry whether Josh Allen and Brandon Beane are here or not, or McDermott. Now, what did you like about Josh Allen's MVP run? I think he's the entire team. I can't name something on defense that is solid. I can't.
Well, I definitely think that we had the best offensive line we've ever seen out of a Buffalo's Bills team since the Super Bowl run, to be completely honest. You look at not only the line in terms of like they had the fewest sacks by like a stupid percent or number compared to the rest of the league. I think it was like 14 sacks allowed.
I'll do my research.
Yeah. It was dumb, and I think the next team was at least one order of magnitude more, so like 29 or 30, right? So something along those lines. And as we know, any Bills fan who's been around for a hot minute, we had terrible offensive line play, horrible offensive line play for years during the McDermott era, during the Bean era, right?
Can I interject a point to you? Because we talked about this earlier, and then I want you to take the MVP run, and I'll shut up. We talked earlier, Aaron Kromer. So whenever a new coaching staff comes in, I get really excited. Oh, dude, he's going to take out the tape. He's going to look at what we did, and we're going to do the best thing ever. Look, LaShawn McCoy sucked his last year in Buffalo. That was with McDermott. He was already on the downhill before, allegedly. But the offensive line with Aaron Kromer for the years under Rex Ryan, phenomenal. We saw Incognito just pulling and just ruining moms' lives. They're seeing their kids get fucked. Not literally fucked, but like beat up fucked. Okay? Nothing weird. On the field anyways. Okay? Just kids watching.
Didn't he have a couple of freak out things at gyms reported afterwards?
I just want to be Richie Incognito's friend, so how fucking dare you? I'm desperate for friendship here. And he always seemed all right.
Richie's all right, but he might turn on you. You never know.
You know
he
what,
might throw a dumbbell at you. It's probably 50 pounds.
I had, thanks to Cover One, I had access to McDermott's first year of training camp.
Mm-hmm.
And Incognito and Wood, I never reported on it, but you hear it first. They saw the media coming out, and they're like, I think Incognito was like, let's get out of here. And Wood and Incognito just fucking dipped out, missed all the interviews. It was great. It's great.
And lo and behold, Wood is now
doing it. He's
doing
killing
it.
it. He's got
here.
Jim Kelly showing off Hunter's little hunting ranch in the back. Awesome shit. But the point is, on the O-line.
Centered on Buffalo. Check it out.
Yeah, it's a really good podcast. So, on the O-line, after a few years, they rehired Aaron Kromer, who was here under McCoy, or under Rex Ryan. And when Aaron Kromer, the O-line coach, went to L.A. to the Rams, did a podcast with a Rams fan. He was telling me how much in the summer before, how much the Rams line sucked. Next thing you know,
1 year.
in the Super Bowl, first year,
Boom.
Todd Gurley running out of his mind. Offensive line playing stout. So when you hire Aaron Kromer back, and he can't make Cody Ford work, all right? We're not even going to talk about the defensive picks like Boogie Basham and all those other guys that didn't work out. But you're telling me your scouting department and pro personnel department sucked so bad that hands down one of the best O-line coaches in the fucking league ever, and Aaron Kromer, who loves to throw chairs if you fuck with his property on the beach.
Don't do it.
Don't ever fucking sit on his property. How dare you? How dare you? But Aaron Kromer, the best O-line coach in the league, took 3 years. 3 years to get this O-line ready. But hey, Brandon Bean will tell you, I drafted Josh Allen. You should be happy I drafted Josh Allen. Right.
Who did you tell that?
The Jeremy and
Jeremy
Joe
and
show.
Joe? Jeremy.
And
Joe.
You know, I get it. Brandon Bean, he's always going to have a job because of that. I applaud him. I do not applaud him still for saying he's a Buffalo guy and all of his homer shit. But that's his job, is to be a fucking car salesman of the team. And if I go against it, a lot of fans go, well, remember the Bills before? I go, yeah, remember when football was sharper and Tom Brady played the Bills twice a year and they always fucking lost? And anytime the Bills, when we see them under McDermott, get behind, they kind of play with the fucking tampon shoved in their asshole. Probably 3 of them. So it's a little stiff. It's a little fucking stiff. Back to Josh Allen MVP.
So what I was trying to get at is that, one of the main points that a lot of people in media made about, well, yeah, Allen won the MVP because even though his numbers were not as good as Lamar's, he had no one around him. I don't think that's so. He had a great offensive line. But we, as a football watching, football interacting nation these days, we care so much about fantasy football. We care so much about, who's getting you the most points, what wide receivers or quarterbacks or running backs are getting you points. It's all about points, right? So if you don't have those players, well, then the callers, the fans, the general fan just thinks, oh, well, this team's trash because they didn't rack up 70 billion points in my fantasy league, and I'm losing my fantasy league. Oh no. Yeah, like, come on, guys. Like, seriously, you got to look at the team as a team. It's every team member. It's way more than like baseball, basketball, ice hockey. It is a team sport, and so I kind of think, yeah, I understand the argument. I think, hear me out. There may have been a little bit of, whoa, wait, dude, 2023, Allen set like all the records, like the most zany offensive like numbers, and then Lamar wins. Is there a little bit of an element of, oh yeah, maybe we kind of should have done that last year thing? I don't know. I mean, is it plausible?
That's a great point, Tim, because a lot of I'm having a hard time being blue-collar guy in a really digital world. There is a lack of respect for the time put into stuff. It's sales to have empathy for people.
Clicks.
And these writers, when they want to shame Terrell Owens, when they want to shame people because you didn't play ball with them, like, no. It's about the performance on the field. And these people have these leverage points. And I would agree with you. I think Josh Allen, his last year with Stephon Diggs, was
best version. Best version of Allen.
And the thing
and
is,
that did not win him the MVP.
And here's the problem with the Bills on Josh Allen to see on the build. Not that it's like we already saw. And here's what I wonder too, is as a Bills fan, I have to also allow the coach to trust his eyes in practice and all that stuff. And at your wedding, actually, was Dable going, use your fucking head game. I was watching it while you're getting married, Tim. I was watching it, the Patriots game.
Yep.
And what we saw was, I refer to Madden because Madden is a great template. Here's some ratings. They're going to be wrong, but here's an idea of your team build. Okay? Here's an idea what we could do. I don't really trust the build of the Bills right now. I don't have options. We had Beasley just tearing things up. He comes back to Buffalo, does nothing. Well, he was in Tampa earlier that year, and he was Tom Brady's first third down look when he came into camp or onto the team to Tampa Bay. First third down. Activate, just joined the team like 4 days earlier. Cole Beasley's in the right spot. Bills fans are shitting on Stephon Diggs like we just get a 1,000-yard receiver all the time. Keon Coleman made some splashy play breakdown plays. He also made some good plays. I can't shit on it. I think Brandon Beane had to trade back because of the cap. I don't think he could afford the contract. They're never going to admit it. Okay? You've sunk the cap on defense. And thank God for Josh Allen because they were able to get through it. And that's why I think
Allen's MVP.
He's the MVP. Lamar Jackson, I can't argue. It's as a Ravens fan, you have a whole team around Lamar Jackson. And you're right to have that. You should. You know, it's like saying that Peyton Manning shouldn't get it because he had how many 100 receptions? Like, his tight end would have 100 receptions. Like, or just, it's insane.
I mean, to be fair, they were always throwing the ball. Like, every play was a pass play. They had probably one of the lowest percentages of rushes of any team in history.
And the Bills have a quarterback that can throw the ball anywhere, and they're busy building a team like it's Trent fucking Edwards or a first-year quarterback, and that's the problem I have. Straight up. Straight up. James Cook, as much as I'll say pay the motherfucker, you're willing to pay I'm beating women Von Miller, pay the fucking kid $15 million for 1 year and shut the fuck up. Shut up. Show up. You got paid, bro. Go after it. Okay? Go after it. You're willing to pay Dawson Knox all this money for how many receptions?
22.
Okay.
And 22 last year.
Okay.
I actually heard that the other day.
So there's a bug. All right. So here we go back on the sacks. So according to ChatGPT, you're welcome. Okay. 2024 sacks allowed, the Buffalo Bills. They allowed only 14 sacks over 17 regular season games, the fewest in the league, and the lowest total by any team since 2009. Per-game average was 0.82 sacks per game. League ranking, they led the NFL in the metric, clear of all the other teams. So, if you're first in the NFL, good. Maybe we can get some receivers who can run some routes and fucking get open. And they did that. We'll get to that later. We got Palmer coming in. Remember when they brought in Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde, and then they became like the guys of the team? I could see.
What if
Palmer
that's Palmer?
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
And more.
That's what I think it could happen.
Palmer and more.
But hold on.
Poyer and Hyde, Palmer and more. You heard it first. Bills fan.
So lastly, on the MVP thing, what do you think it takes for Josh Allen to get there this year? What do you think it'll be?
I honestly don't think it matters. I think this year it's Super Bowl. It's Super Bowl or bust. That's it.
Okay.
He doesn't need it. He just married Haley Steinfeld. He just was the MVP. What does he want to do? Bring a championship to Buffalo. What do we want him to do? Bring a championship to Buffalo. If that means he sets like 5,000 yards passing, 50 touchdowns, but doesn't get the MVP, guess what, Josh Allen? I love you, brother. Good job, man. Good freaking job.
Here's what I'm worried about is I like that we were talking about under Daboll, he's throwing the interceptions at your wedding. I feel like the coaches know he wants to make the play. I do it in Madden all the time. My Madden game is a lot like Josh Allen's. Just like, oh, shit. And by the way, I'll be streaming Number Bills Fan Live Madden games this year. We'll have some highlights posted as well. You're finding out here.
For D&D fans, Dave is chaotic good. Crickets.
I try. I don't quit. I had a 0 did not finish percentage about 13 years ago in Madden. I'm really proud of it. And I was probably like 55 and 55. Our friend Mike Smith that comes on the program, very good Madden player as well. He will gladly tell you 15 years ago he beat the shit out of me just running the ball and telling me where he's running it. And it was not cool. I don't think I scored a touchdown or a point that game. But he likes to tell us about it, and then I get to tell him, Tim, what have you done for me lately? And I can't wait to bring him back. So as far as Josh Allen, MVP, ready? So last year, 37-31 in passing yards, 28 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 531 rush yards, 12 rushing touchdowns. Brady's coming back, Joe Brady. Now, I don't know what to think about Joe Brady. You have to play ball with Coach McDermott if you want a job. Let's just start there. If you don't play ball, talk to Trent Murphy, former defensive end who had the gall to hold the coach accountable and ended up in McDermott's doghouse, which a lot of players have. See Isaiah McKenzie for one, too, because he wasn't wearing a mask. And, you know, no apologies to anybody not wearing a mask. We're not going to talk about it. It's okay. I just wear a mask for a living. So, MVP, like you said, I don't think he needs to do it. I think under Joe Brady, it's great. I'm really excited for it. But if we're just going to have another I'm just worried about the defense just coming down and squishing Josh Allen out. You know,
I mean, I think that we don't know what it's going to be this year. I think that's the big question on everybody's mind: what the defense is going to look like, how it's going to perform.
No, I'm saying on Josh Allen, I think they're going to squish down on him, put more guys in the box, and be like, throw over the top of us. And if you have receivers who can't separate, which is a fucking problem, you have Kincaid. And because you took Kincaid, not another receiver, not somebody who can get separation, not somebody who can get open. We had Gabe Davis, Diggs, Beasley. Before that, you had Brown, okay? So you had somebody who could take it off the top. We could shit on Gabe Davis all we want. At the end of the day, fourth round draft pick, great value, okay? Jacksonville fans are allegedly complaining about him. I believe, I don't want to misquote Joe Marino from Locked On Bills. Another great podcast you should listen to, Joe Marino. If I'm not mistaken, doesn't like the blocking. And that was something that, this is going to be old, Chan Gailey mentioned to C.B. Johnson back in the day was, you got to block.
And
You
Stevie
have to
was
run
like,
block. You have to sell that. You have to do it. And it's part of the thing. So when I'm looking at this Buffalo Bills team, if you don't sign Von Miller, you have a chance at a Devontae Adams. I'd rather see millions thrown away at somebody who's a high-profile player on offense for a quarterback that's awesome than just not even addressing it because you can't. And Bean's defense, they tried. They tried. They tried to sign guys and make a defense.
we don't know what we don't know.
And it's like when you go on SpotTrack, SPOTRAC.com, you can look up the player contract. So when I look at the offensive side of the ball to wrap up this MVP conversation, new defensive line coach. What does that mean for the resources on defense? I don't know. But when midseason comes, when next year comes, which I don't want to talk about next year yet, I need some cap clearing or some performance out of players. This just isn't working. Because if you were to make a pie chart, we talked Dawson Knox. You go down these players, and we're arguing about a James Cook where Josh Allen, frankly, could have had 7 more touchdowns himself in those situations. They gave it to James Cook. Close rushing touchdowns. Okay? Where does it stand midseason? Where does it stand this year for Josh Allen? There's going to be limited reps in camp, right? Limited game time reps, or I should say practice reps, during the season. So a Palmer's just going to come in and just find chemistry. No, it's going to take a bit. And we can't tell the team for the first 4 to 5 games. Who knows? Maybe Keon Coleman's light turns on and it's off to the races. But I just cannot tell you what they're going to do. Every year the defenses get better. They study the tendencies. That's their job. So what's going to happen with Josh Allen's game? Is he going to evolve it? Or is he going to go back more towards throwing the ball downfield?
I mean, the inverse is Brady's job. Adapt or die.
But is he controlled from McDermott? How much free reign does he have? That's kind of...
Yeah, it's a question.
Right?
Yep.
And then we're also lucky as Bills fans that, this guy could have got scooped up.
Easy. What teams did
Now's
the Jets?
not the time to ask me.
I think the Jets interviewed him, but I wouldn't go to the Jets. I wouldn't go for millions, man. Nah.
I remember Mike Pettin, the defensive coordinator of the Bills, under Rex Ryan, and he went to the Browns. And I remember John Murphy talking about it on his show, and he said he had a conversation with him, like, dude, it's the Browns. And he goes, it's 1 in 32 jobs, pretty much. Like, how often do you get an opportunity?
Well, some people have higher moral standards, I guess.
I guess this year we'll see.
Thanks, Joe Brady. We appreciate you.
Yeah, double down on the Josh Allen.
Joe Brady Appreciation Show. Number Bills fan.
Joe Brady appreciates. He gets a good haircut.
Man does have a good haircut.
He goes to the barbers and they cut like the notch here. And I used to get
Sick
that
notches,
sometimes.
bro.
But that's
sick.
And then the forehead's all clean. Joe Brady gets good haircuts. Let's just talk about it.
Thumbs up.
Good haircuts. He's probably a cool dude.
Pretty intense.
Maybe he wants to play Madden or something.
Yeah, we'd have you on for a Madden game if you want to come, Joe.
Yeah. You're always welcome.
Anytime.
As far as Josh Allen's concerned, dude, he's on my fantasy team. Don't fucking let me down. He's in my my name is Josh Allen Truther because I said you should have started year 1 in Mike Smith's Dynasty League. So after Andrew Luck retired, I drafted him, and I've had him. Okay? So you heard it here first. You should have started. Fuck Peterman. And I will never let that go, Bills fans. Nathan Peterman is all you need to know about this coaching staff.
How many years
he brought back.
How many years was he in the NFL?
It doesn't matter. He shouldn't have been behind Josh Allen. Exactly. It does matter. He's not. No, wait. Actually, I think he is. He might be underrated.
He was in for at least 6 years. I'm going to say over under 6.5. Are you going to take over or under? Don't ask ChatGPT.
ChatGPT, Nathan Peterman, career length. Look, how can I trust a team that surrounded a developing young quarterback when Nathan Peterman and A.J. McCarron, who threw 800 yards total in his career? You're telling me that You're really developing your franchise quarterback back then. Well, he's developed now. Yeah. So I had to watch years of shit just because. But meanwhile, you signed Sarl Tule for $1 bajillion more than Marcel Darius. And Marcel Darius made more of an impact showing up drunk after racing last night. So, yeah, there's some anomalies. I get it. This is in the past. But when the fucking trends don't change, you got to see it. So now we had a Josh in it. We got to see throw the ball around the yard, and now he's not. They got a team for Trent Edwards. All right. He went from the Falcons. He's still on the Falcons.
Over.
Oh, wait, no. I'm sorry.
W.
I'm sorry. He
West Side.
had brief off-season stints last year with the Saints, Raiders, and Falcons practice rosters. I don't think he's in the league right now.
Well, yeah, I said over 6.5, bro. I also just said bro.
Holy crap. He was drafted in 2017.
That's 7 years.
Nathan
for 2024.
Peterman, comeback MVP,
7
coming
years.
soon. I think the Bills should sign him because Josh probably likes him, and he'd be a good backup to have because we're really in the business of winning football.
My vote, Dave.
What?
I want him to be a defensive backs coach.
Okay.
He tells people how to throw interceptions, how to catch interceptions. Peterman,
Very good at
we want you. DB
Very
coach.
his best ball thrown is an out route towards the sideline. That is his. If you want
10-yard out.
If you want to pick six for your spread against your team, you put Nathan Peterman in.
How juicy of a pick do you want?
I did not expect a Nathan Peterman. Oh, if we're gonna talk about Nathan Peterman, we just have to wrap.
I think we got to wrap.
Josh Allen MVP conversation.
Josh Allen MVP.
He still did win the snow game years back.
I was at the snow game.
I was too.
That was my wife's first NFL football game.
Were you with me? Did we ride with Paul? Was it that game?
Paul helped pull Bun's car out of the snow. Remember? Like, we put it in neutral and had to get out of the snowbank.
I believe you.
I got pics to prove it.
Well,
Not on my phone.
we went viral that day. Bills fans on NFL Network. That was one of the only idiots trying to post it on Instagram still. That's all. Just a gap. Nothing special. Just one of the only idiots.
It's all good.
Josh Allen MVP.
Josh Allen
2025, 2026 season coming up. Our next topic, you want a little preview? It's going to be the cornerback draft pick or James Cook. So you better tune in and go on your feed here. Find us on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Me personally, my style is very, I'd say, authentic, organic. If I'm at a rock near the lake and I have a thought, I'm going to take a video and tell you because it's really tranquil and nice. You can find that on Instagram, find that on YouTube, Shorts, possibly, if it's short enough, TikTok. Tim writes on numbillsfan.com. Sometimes he might also be making some solo content because I like personally when people have a thought, you can talk top to bottom of it. There's a lot of good stuff out there. If you want a lot of X's and O's, always check out cover1.net. Check out our friend Kevin Masseri at Going Deep. And check out Locked On Bills,
Joe
Chopin
Marino.
Bulldog. I like those guys. Chopin Bulldog, good conversation. Jeremy and Joe, not bad. I like Jeremy White, not bad. Joe's a young guy coming into the game. But I prefer Chopin Bulldog because I can only listen to one show sometimes during the day. And a lot of the stuff from the morning show will get repeated, and they'll touch on it. So if you want, tune in, subscribe everywhere. There's shirts online, too. There's a link, numbillsfan.com. Click that. From HTB Press, we have 3 shirts. There's a tank top in there. Pretty cute. I could go in the other room and get it, but I'm not.
Get ready for summer with a tank top.
Find us everywhere. Bills Fan. That's Tim Avery. I'm David Palermo.
Woo!
Toodles.